Ronald McDonald and friends meet the Rockin' Hotcakes.
The Rockin' Hotcakes, come on! If you wake up to a happy sound,
Yum, 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 yum.
the Rockin' Hotcakes are coming around.
Skinny Papa Doo-Wop, yum, yum, yum.
The Rockin' Hotcakes are really neat.
With juice and milk to make breakfast complete. Yum, 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 yum. It's a good time.
Hotcakes!
Some things are meant to be together. Like the sweet honey taste and graham cracker crunch of Golden Grahams.
So happy together. Oh, that good sweet honey and graham cracker crunch of Golden Grahams. It's a part of your complete success. With Golden Grahams. Golden Grahams.
Mix, mushy, mushy fruit slush, doing the fruit slush mush. Just mix, mush, eat the fruit slush, doing the fruit slush mush.
New Weiler's Fruit Slush, the mushy, fruity snack made with real fruit juice in a supermarket near Fun Fruit.
Just freeze it till it's frozen, no matter how you mush. It's fun to eat when you mush. Fruit slush, mush, fruit slush mush, yeah. Mix, mush, fruit slush mush.
When you're feeling bored or blue, watch out for the munchies. They find ways of making you munch when you're not hungry. Here, munch this. Here, munch that. Oh, yeah, just spoil your fat. Go on outside, stuff to do. Get munching off your mind. Soon you'll see you're feeling great. The munchies left behind. Watch out for the munchies. Another nutritional message from the ABC Television Network.
Look who's coming to ABC
I'm Winnie the Pooh.
in the new adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
May we join you?
Saturdays this fall.
Stay tuned for an hour of fun and adventure with... Then a troubled boy learns a lesson from MacGyver. This is ABC.
My friend Nancy's been doing a lot of drugs. I know it's catching up with her. I can see it coming. But what can I do? If I say anything, she'll think I'm not cool. And I don't want to lose a friend. I mean, it's her life.
Right.
If you have a friend who's in trouble with drugs, don't just stand there. Do something.
Watch Great Weekend this morning at 9 on Channel 5.
I'm Dale Harimoto, and I've come to Peekaboo, Idaho to find out about a sport that's really catching on.
I'm Dr. Michael Breen. And Dale, I'll tell you about the injuries associated with that sport and how to avoid them.
I'm Sandy Newton. Are you dying for some great entertainment this weekend? Well, we'll tell you all about Bruce Willis's new film and more in just a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Terry Norrick. What did you have for breakfast? Stick around. Maybe I'll show you what I had for mine.
And I'm Bob Goen. We'll have all those stories, plus the latest overnight news, weather, sports, and everything you need to make this a great weekend. Good morning, everybody. Welcome once again to Great Weekend. I'm Bob Goen.
And I'm Dale Harimoto. On this morning's show, Sandy Newton brings us a little bit of Bruce Willis, whose new movie has just debuted.
Yeah, there's enough to go around. And speaking of debuts, some new and exotic fruits and vegetables are making their debuts lately in our supermarkets. And our consumer reporter, Paula McClure, tells us what they are and how you can use them. And Dale, I think Paula even brought us a little sample today, too.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
We'll dive in.
Well, also ahead, Jack Perkins has a question. Why have political conventions when we know the outcome? But first, speaking of the conventions, let's go by satellite to the news desk where Stan Turner has news about the major Democratic players working out their differences. Stan?
Right, we have that. Good morning, Dale. Good morning, everyone. It looks like Michael Dukakis and Jesse Jackson are headed for a truce on this weekend before that convention. Their top aides are now going to meet in Atlanta, Georgia tonight. They hope to iron out any differences the two presidential candidates may still have. Now, unlike these two cardboard cutouts on the convention floor in Atlanta, all has not been smiles between the two men. Preparations are continuing throughout the weekend at the site of the Democratic Convention, but there have been fears that things would not go smoothly between Jackson and Dukakis. Jackson was miffed by the way Dukakis announced his choice of Lloyd Benson as his running mate. Jackson says he harbors no acrimony, no hostility. Right now, he is heading to Atlanta aboard a bus caravan, and he will arrive there later today. Dukakis will arrive on Sunday, and the convention itself begins on Monday. In the meantime, Republican candidate George Bush will spend his weekend fishing in Wyoming. And across the nation, a convention of another sort. The Aryan Nation will be holding its yearly convention this weekend at its headquarters in Hayden Lake, Idaho. They will not be alone, however. On hand all weekend, law enforcement officers taking pictures. The neo-Nazis reportedly will be discussing ways to clean up their image. In Hemp Hill, Texas, 3 white police officers were found not guilty on charges they violated the civil rights of a black jail inmate. They were charged when the man died of head injuries after being in their custody. On Monday, a new trial begins. Then the 3 men will face murder charges. The National Guard is on patrol this weekend in Council Bluffs, Iowa. This after a tornado ripped through the town, leaving it vulnerable to looters. Now, nearby Omaha, Nebraska was also hit by the twister. Massive thunderstorms and powerful winds up to 92 miles per hour hit both cities yesterday. Most of the 60,000 residents in Council Bluffs were left without power, and the crews are working now to fix that. More than 100 homes were damaged, sidewalks were torn up, and 40 people were injured. A hotel fire in Paris early this morning has killed 4 tourists. Officials there are saying that Americans, West German, British, and Belgian tourists were among the victims. Several people were injured. The fire destroyed the Hotel St. Vincent de Paul in northern Paris. Well, our farmers continue to wilt in this summer's drought, but some of them in Iowa are getting some relief, not from the weather, but from other farmers. 40,000 bales of hay arrived in Columbus to help feed livestock. That hay comes from farmers in Virginia and the Carolinas. Ohio farmers had bailed them out 2 summers ago in a similar drought. The hay was a welcome sight.
Oh, it'll help greatly. It'll just help me to increase, probably keep my cows at least another 3 weeks to a month.
It got to the point where we almost had to get rid of the horses and just close this place down altogether. And this really was a lifesaver, this hay that come in. Really saved everything.
Ohio has already been declared a natural disaster area because of that drought. In a macabre twist, the drought has claimed another victim, this victim in Cleveland, Ohio. 8-year-old Joseph Krog had climbed into a freezer apparently to get a popsicle. The lid closed down on him and latched. His father found him 4 hours later. Doctors got the boy's heart to beat, but were unable to revive him completely. He died 21 hours later. The father of that baby, born on board an airplane, says he wants custody of his little girl. He and his wife visited their daughter in the hospital yesterday. They have named the baby Alyssa Francis. Now, her mother had the baby in the lavatory of the plane that was flying to San Francisco. She concealed the birth and the pregnancy from her husband. The husband and his lawyer will go to court Monday to fight for custody of the girl. The county has custody right now of the child. The mother is charged with child endangerment for leaving the baby in that restroom. The father says he had noticed his wife was getting heavier and asked her if she was pregnant, but she had denied that. That's the news right now. Bob, back to you.
All right, Stan, thanks a lot. We'll check in with you a little bit later on in the hour. In the meantime, our entertainment editor, Sandy Newton, goes ahead and makes our day with Dirty Harry.
If you're a businessman or woman with the brains, drive, and desire to run a growing company, Inc., the magazine for growing companies, invites you to call now for a free copy of its Guide to Small Business Success. Here's a special report packed with the kind of hard-nosed, how-to business savvy you find in every issue of Inc. That's INC, period. And the Guide to Small Business Success is yours free just for subscribing to Inc. at the money-saving trial rate of $18 for 1 full year. Then each month, you'll profit from Inc.'s special brand of hands-on management advice, facts, news, and ideas that quickly get down to business. plus insights into the business news straight from the men and women who make it news. So call today for 12 monthly issues of Ink and Ink's Guide to Small Business Success free. That's 800-228-3800. What's more, as a special bonus, you'll get this handsome Ink soft briefcase free with your paid order. Ink Magazine pays for the call. Toll free 800-228-3800.
Introducing Lee Press-On Nails, the French manicure. Beautiful, affordable, easy to apply as regular Lee Press-On Nails, and with 4 extra nails, 24 in all for a perfectly beautiful fit. Lee Press-On Nails, the French manicure.
Lee! Miss Lee! Press-on nails for tea!
Miss Lee Press-On Nails for smaller hands. Easy to put on as regular Lee Press-On Nails with 4 extra nails, 24 in all for a more perfectly beautiful fit.
Fun at your fingertips! Miss Lee Press-on nails! Bikini Bear, go for it. Get smooth skin to show for it.
For lovely legs and underarms, Bikini Bear Lotion Depilatory, pleasantly scented in use, and with our unique applicator remover for quicker, more thorough hair removal.
Bikini Bear!
Introducing Lee Sculptured Nails, long-lasting like salon nails, but affordable because you do them at home. Just glue, brush, shape. If you can polish your nails, you can enjoy Lee Sculptured Nails like nothing you've ever used before.
This has been a week of record heat in some areas of the country, some drought relief in others, and even tornadoes, as Stan Turner reported. So, how's the weekend shaping up? Well, Dave Dahl is standing by to tell us. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Dale. We did have some extremely bumpy weather right through the midsection of the country, and that bumpy weather is going to turn to some more heavy thunderstorms a little later on tonight. We're expecting to see that activity continue right from the central part of the U.S. As you can see, the heaviest thunderstorms right now are around Goodland, Kansas. From there, they stretch up to about Dubuque, Iowa, all the way up into Madison, Wisconsin. They had some heavy rain last night as well up through Park Falls. But that activity will be the focus for more heavy thunderstorms late this afternoon. Down in the southeast, clear to partly cloudy skies, going to mean steamy heat. And out to the west, lots of sunshine. We're going to bask in that sunshine out in the west as well. As far as those temperatures go, because of that sun, we're going to once again have record highs in the south and southeast. They had over 2 dozen record highs yesterday. The middle part of the plain states all the way down into the southeast. 100s will again be topped from the middle part of the Mississippi Valley all the way up through the Ohio Valley. The cooler weather is way up in the Pacific Northwest with highs in the 70s all the way from Washington and Oregon, and the 80s down across the middle part of the plain states. As far as that outlook for today, we're going to see scattered showers and thunderstorms once again, very hot and humid down along the Gulf Coast all the way up through the southeast into South and North Carolina. And then up in the northeast, severe weather will stretch all the way from New England right on down to the southern part of the Great Lakes and all the way into the middle part of the Mississippi Valley. The focus, once again, will be especially up there in the northern part of Missouri and southern Iowa. Now, let's look at the national weather. How about the weather in your area?
Good morning. This is meteorologist Bill Ranby. A cold front pushed down through overnight, and it's going to be a whole lot more comfortable today than it was yesterday. Right now, it's partly cloudy and 77 degrees. Look for high temperatures to be close to 90 later.
Bob, coming up in the next half hour, we're going to take a look at the jet stream and see how that plays in our Sunday weather. Okay, we'll look forward to that forecast, Dave, a little bit later on. But now it's time for the entertainment forecast. And our entertainment editor, Sandy Newton, is calling for smiles, laughs, and thrills.
Here in Los Angeles, we have some fine comedy clubs that can get your weekend off to a laughing start. And clubs like the Groundlings Comedy Theater, where Pee Wee Herman and others got their start, are just waiting to entertain you. So why not tickle your funny bone at a comedy club near you soon? But if a new movie's what you're looking for, here's what's coming your way. And speaking of Pee Wee Herman, he's got a new movie coming your way that I'll tell you all about next week called Big Top Pee Wee.
Guess what it's about?
Promise I'll never even think about going up in a tall building again. Please don't let me die.
Bruce Willis is moonlighting all right, this time in a movie called Die Hard. It's a high-suspense, high-rise cat-and-mouse game. I loved it. It's really going to keep you on the edge of your seat. Tension at its summertime best. And Bruce really proves he can make the leap from the little to the big screen. Recently, I was able to talk to Bruce, and he had this to say.
Die Hard was a good script that we made better as we went along. we made the bad guys a lot smarter when we started shooting the film. We made the crime much more intelligent. I think everyone in this film did a fantastic job. The audiences that have seen it so far have just gone crazy about it. Really, you can't hear half the films. People are yelling and cheering and saying, yeah.
Bambi! If you have kids, or you're a kid at heart, you'll be happy to hear that Bambi's bounding back your way. This enduring, endearing deer is a must-see and is just as lovely and touching as you remember. Well, that's a look at the new movies, and here's a look at the current groundling troupe where you just might catch a rising star. You know, a lot of comedy clubs have an open mic night where anybody can get up and tell a joke. Okay, did you hear the one about what's new in home entertainment? Well, no kidding. Here's a look.
I was like, hello, Mr. Cosby, and you hear, I would like to talk to you about some of the things that you do in your job.
If you're in the mood for some very raw comedy, Eddie Murphy's stand-up movie called Raw is out this weekend. It's definitely adult material for late-night weekend viewing, and it was the most successful concert film ever made.
Flying filth in front of people. And I never said no filth, flying filth.
Well, that's a look at what's new in home entertainment. I hope your weekend is full of laughs like Mia's big apology, which the groundlings are rehearsing. I don't want to miss the punchline, so back to you in the studio.
Okay, Sandy, bring us some jokes next week when you join us in the studio once again. Meanwhile, still plenty to do in your neighborhood over the next couple of days, so why don't we take a look at some of those activities in your area.
Good morning, I'm Wendy Lubavitch with some entertainment ideas in the Twin Cities this weekend. Riverfest is continuing both Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, the Temptations and the OJs will have two performances at 3 p.m. and at 7:30. A play on Calvin Griffith called Calvinisms is at the Mixed Blood Theater in Minneapolis Saturday and Sunday. And in Bloomington, it's a folk festival Sunday all day long. Those are some of the entertainment ideas. More great weekend right after this.
Last summer, I almost lost my right arm. I was attacked by a dog. Took 3 operations and a long hospitalization to get me back on track again. My doctors didn't know if they could save my life, let alone my arm. I knew if I lost my arm, I wouldn't be able to drive my truck again. If I couldn't drive, I couldn't make my house payments to pay my bills. A friend told me about Milovitz and Associates. She said they'd been her lawyers for over 20 years, and they did a good job. So I called them up, and a lawyer came right over to my house. As a dog lover, I know the value of a good dog, but as a lawyer, I also know the horror of a violent dog. Long after a dog attack, victims continue to suffer. They often must cope with plastic surgery, psychiatric care, and enormous medical expenses. We at Milovitz and Associates know how devastating a dog attack can be. Many people have hired us to handle dog attack claims, ranging from a bite on the leg to Mr. Nelson's case, and unfortunately, even death. If you or a family member have been attacked by a dog, you have the right to recover. The law firm of Milovitz and Associates has helped thousands of individuals, and in most cases, we don't have to go to court. At Milovitz and Associates, there won't be any surprises. We will tell you up front what will be involved in your case. And if you aren't compensated for your injuries, we won't charge a fee.
If you or a family member have been injured in an accident, a good lawyer will make the difference. Call the law firm of Milovitz and Associates at 533-1111.
I went through a tough time. Fortunately, things turned out all right for me. I'm back at work now. My arm still has some problems. Can't do everything I used to. But thanks to Milovitz and Associates, I got the best medical treatment I could. And I got compensated for what I went through.
Milovitz and Associates, an experienced law firm helping families for 24 years. If you've been injured in an accident, call the law firm of Milovitz and Associates at 533-1111.
Now, here's an event for you that is steeped in tradition. It's the Chicago to Mackinac Island Yacht Race. It's the 81st running of that race. Kicks off next Saturday as a fleet of more than 300 boats are going to set sail on Lake Michigan at noon. And Dale, I know you spent some time on the water recently yourself.
Well, I was actually in the water. I was learning a sport that's really more like an art form with a vocabulary all its own.
These small ones are betas. These are pale morning guns.
This man is talking about flies, the bait of the fly fishermen. As these men donned their waders to go fishing, we wondered, what is the lure of fly fishing? Of course, there's the solitude and peace of being in this kind of setting, but why not fish with a hook and a worm? Why fly fishing?
It's kind of a fantasy land most of the time. Overall, I think it's just fun to get out here and try and fool a fish.
It's called match the hatch. It's the essence of fly fishing. It's the delicate science of determining what the fish is eating at that moment and fooling them with an artfully crafted look-alike.
Blue-tail fly, dragonfly, black cricket, grasshopper.
For our first foray into fly fishing, we chose a stream in Peekaboo, Idaho, on ranch land just outside of Sun Valley.
Fish are looking upstream for food because their food is all aquatic.
Our guide and teacher was Mike Rydell. He's the publisher of Sun Valley magazine and knows the area very well. He's also a fly fisherman himself.
As you'll see, just moving it back and forth. Let me get over here on the other side of you. Okay. Moving back and forth, the rod bends a little bit, and that kicks the line out. So all you have to do is move it from about 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock to 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and then finally let one of them fall, and bam, it flies on the water, and you're catching fish. Here you go.
There's not a lead weight on the end of the line. It's the weight of the line used in fly fishing that casts the fly into the water.
That's it. See that rock submerged over there? Go a little above it. And try that. See that fish chewing on it?
Yes. Oh, this is exciting. Ah, he must be huge.
Yeah.
Look.
Okay, what have we got there?
It's a
moss fish.
Moss fish followed by a...
Sometimes all you may catch is moss. And sometimes...
Oh, I got one!
Yeah!
What do I do now?
Okay, just pull in with this. Take this line and
yeah.
Pull in a little bit. There you go. Bring him in. Now let the rod tip up.
Like this?
Yeah.
And then what?
Okay, just swing him down below you, just like a derrick.
Look, he's a pretty good size.
That's darn right. That's a rainbow.
The beauty of fly fishing is what's called catch and release.
Most streams, lakes, have a finite number of fish. And if you take one and I take one and everybody else takes one, soon there are no more and there is no fly fishing, no more fishing at all.
After you catch the fish, you perform a kind of fish CPR and let it go.
Couldn't have done it without you. Thanks. That's really a thrill. I loved it.
Another perfect day in Idaho.
Right.
You really caught that fish your first time out?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a little bit of beginner's luck going, but the most important thing is I had a good guide, and my advice to everyone is, if you want to make sure of having a really good experience, go with a guide. He told me where to put the line. He could see the fish when I couldn't see it, and, you know, if I didn't have him, I wouldn't have caught a thing.
Is it expensive? I've never done it.
Well, you can rent gear at first, but if you want to buy it, you can spend anywhere from, say, about $400 into the thousands. So, you know, you can get as elaborate as you want.
Did you really let the fish go?
Yeah, well, it was such a beauty. I felt good about letting it go, but I did get a fish for you.
Yeah. How did you know this is the only kind of tie I wear? Did you know?
It's my women's intuition.
Yeah.
And that same intuition tells me that when we come back, Bob will have a roundup of the weekend's televised sports.
It's a bad taste.
It's nice.
No way this guy's gonna beat me. Not today. My serve is booming. A forehand just like Connor's. Come on, backhand. I read all about psyching out guys like this. It works. It's really a pretty easy game. When you get the right help. This guy's going to be lucky to get more than 2 games off me.
Get a year of tennis for only $9.97, less than half the newsstand price. Call 800-848-4600. You'll also get our free booklet with tips to improve your game. Call 800-848-4600.
Attention television viewers.
If you're not already getting TV Guide home delivered, you're missing out on a great deal.
Yes, you can get 30 weeks of TV Guide and pay in 3 easy monthly installments of just $7.17.
That means a few cents a day buys you America's most exciting, most colorful, most popular television magazine, wrapped around the most complete, most accurate program information you can find anywhere on network, local, cable, and pay TV.
Plus, you'll enjoy the convenience of home delivery. And you can't beat the price.
You can't beat the price. So don't miss out on this special TV Guide offer.
It's so easy. Just call 800-228-3737. Get 30 weeks of TV Guide and pay in 3 easy monthly installments of just $7.17. Call toll-free 800-228-3737.
It's the lowest price going. So do it now.
800-228-3737. TV Guide pays for the call. 800-228-3737.
This quaint sport is over-the-line baseball, and the sport's World Championship will be held in San Diego today and tomorrow. There will be about 600 teams of 3 people each competing.
Great uniforms. I love that sport.
I figured you'd like that, but it's not really a serious money sport like the ones you're going to tell us about, are they?
That's right. There's a lot of money on the line in the world of baseball, so let's catch everybody up. First off, last night in baseball, 3 late games. They were all in the American League. Up in Seattle, the home team Mariners handed the Cleveland Indians their 6th loss in a row, 8-5. While in Oakland, the front-running A's got tripped up by the visiting Toronto Blue Jays 1-0. And finally, the California Angels, look at this, they have won their 7th straight game. They downed the East-leading Tigers 6-4, and that trims the Tigers' lead over the Yankees to just 1 game. Now, as for baseball on the tube later today, there's going to be a doubleheader starting with the L.A. Dodgers in the Windy City to take on the Cubs at 1:20 Eastern Time. They'll be followed up by the crosstown White Sox visiting the Yankees in the Big Apple. Now, if golf is more your speed as it is mine, then this is your weekend. The 117th British Open underway at the Royal Lytham and St. Anne's Golf Club. Now, this is a difficult course that has been a particular menace to the American golfers. In fact, no American has won a British Open there since Bobby Jones did it back in 1926, and he was an amateur. They've completed 2 rounds, and Nick Price of Zimbabwe leads the pack with a 137. That's 5 under par. He's followed by former British Open champ Seve Ballesteros at 138. And currently in third, they've got a tie between American Craig Stadler and the defending champ Nick Faldo, who finished up the 2nd round, both of them at 2 under par. Television coverage starts today at noon, and then tomorrow it'll follow up at 10:30 Eastern Time. That's going to be great.
Bob, you are our resident golf expert. We have some tape.
Sort of by default, yeah.
Right. But we have some tape that was shot at that same course where they're playing the British Open, and I'd like you to take a look at it and evaluate this guy's form.
Oh, no. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Sorry to interrupt. I
That's
couldn't
okay.
resist. I couldn't help myself.
I love being humiliated on national television.
Well,
Thank
you do it so well.
Be humiliated? Thank you very much. Quickly, let's get to something else. How about the Olympics? There's a lot of Olympic activity going on as the world gets set for the Summer Games. In Indianapolis all this week, the U.S. Olympic track and field trials will determine who will represent America in Seoul, Korea. Also, today and tomorrow in Boca Raton, Florida, the U.S. weightlifting team is going to be selected, along with the boxing team, and they're in Las Vegas this weekend. And also, we shouldn't overlook the U.S. yachting team. They are going to be hoisting their mainsails this weekend in Newport, Rhode Island, in Marblehead, Massachusetts, and in San Diego, California, as they try to skipper their way onto the U.S. team. And that is a look at professional, amateur, and embarrassing sports this weekend.
Which one were you? No, I know that.
Yeah,
Coming up when we return, Bob Goen, a man of multiple talents.
We just found out.
Right. Shows us he regrouts tiles better than he golfs.
I'm telling you, this is a good one. This is one of the best how-to pieces I've ever done. Really makes a lot of sense.
So when are you going to come and regrout the tile in my shower?
Yeah, you might cook for me. I'm not taking any chances. Don't go away. We're coming right back.
Because he just loves good castle. He comes with a cute little hamburger, golden brown french fries, and her choice of drink. She'll have the orange. And she likes the box because she can carry her own food. Get real. We're here for fun stuff. Fabulous, fabulous. Lovely shades. Fabulous, fabulous. Causing waves. Fabulous, fabulous. With
Train announces a revolution in comfort. The XL 1200 air conditioner. It comes with the comfort of up to 50% greater energy efficiency. The comfort of an exclusive 10-year warranty. The comfort of a specially trained serviceman who knows it well. The XL 1200 air conditioner. Get comfortable with it. Comfort coming from Train. Train air conditioning. 50 million people take comfort in it.
Live coverage from the Democratic Convention Monday on Eyewitness News.
We told you we were going to look at exotic fruits and vegetables. Well, take a look at this. This is a canary melon here. And it is just one of the new and exotic fruits that are coming to our stores these days. And I've got a feeling it tastes pretty good. Paul McClure's going to tell us all about it.
Canary melon makes you sing afterwards, right?
I can't whistle.
Well, here's all you need to know about this one. It does taste great. And now while Bob and I gorge ourselves, let's go by satellite to Dr. Michael Green. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Dale. Today we're going to talk about premenstrual syndrome. That's a disorder that affects up to 25 million women. Its symptoms include fatigue, depression, headaches, bloating, anxiety, and problems concentrating. Now researchers think they may have found the cause of PMS. That cause, a drop in a breakdown product of the hormone called progesterone. That breakdown product has a calming effect on the part of the brain that controls emotions. Now the hope is that chemists will be able to put a similar synthesized chemical into the body to relieve those PMS symptoms. This new treatment for PMS, it may be years away, but if you suffer from that disorder, here are some tips that can help you right now. Now, most experts believe you can calm the symptoms of PMS by changing your diet. Eat fewer sweets, more fiber, and cut down on caffeine and alcohol. Have you ever wondered if those kiddie seats on bicycles are safe? Well, a new study suggests they may not be. A study released in a major pediatric journal says there's been a dramatic increase in injuries to passengers on bicycle-mounted child seats. 65% of those injuries are to a child's head and face. What's the best way to protect your children? Have them wear a helmet. That way, if there is an accident, at least their head is protected. A few minutes ago, Dale showed you just how much fun fishing could be. Well, Dale isn't the only one who went fishing this week. I found out that if you want to make fishing safe as well as fun, you have to take a few simple precautions. To find out more about fishing injuries, I spent the day with Dr. David Carlson. Now, Carlson lectures on fishing safety, and he's a lifelong fisherman himself. Me, I know as little about fishing safety as I do about fishing. Most people don't realize that the sun's a lot stronger when you're in the middle of a lake than it is on dry land.
The water actually reflects the sun rays back onto you, and I think the effects of the sun are multiplied.
Carlson says fishermen should wear light-colored clothing that will reflect the sun and help keep you cool. Those with sensitive skin should also wear sunscreen. The classic fishing injury is to get stuck with a fish hook. To get one out with a minimum of damage, Carlson has a trick. Say the hook goes in like this. First, grab a friend. Then put some line around the hook.
Push down on the hook to disengage the barbs, and pull on the string or line to bring the hook out the same path that it went in.
Once the hook's out, you'll need a tetanus shot unless you've had one in the last 10 years. Carlson says any fishing boat should have a first aid kit like this one. It's perfect for fish hooks and almost all other minor injuries. If you can't swim, your boat's in motion, or the sea's choppy, you should be wearing a life preserver. But that's not as bad as it sounds. New life preservers like this one are less bulky and more comfortable than ever before. Follow these tips, and the next time you go fishing, the only ones in any danger will be the fish. Now, one more tip. If you're going to start your fishing early, you should dress in layers. That way you can take clothes off as it gets warmer during the day. Dale?
Mike, how about alcohol? How much is too much?
Boy, tough question. I'm worried about the very hot weekend that we have coming up here, because on a hot day, even small amounts of alcohol have a terrific kick. I think people should also know that you can actually be arrested for driving a boat under the influence of too much alcohol. So I'm not going to say don't drink alcohol, but remember this and drink in moderation.
I'd like to ask you a question about your earlier story. Are there any other treatments for PMS?
Well, there are some over-the-counter treatments. A lot of women have been helped by vitamin B6, a harmless vitamin for the most part that women can buy in drugstores, although they should be taking it under a doctor's advice. Also, recent studies at Johns Hopkins University have shown dramatic improvement in many symptoms of PMS using vitamin E, another very common medication, relatively safe, that you can get at a drugstore. Dale?
Okay, thanks, Mike. Now it's time to take some refuge in the quiet countryside of Moosewood, where Jack Perkins has some thoughts about something that's anything but quiet, the political conventions.
Good morning from the coast of Maine. So Dukakis chose Benson. Why? Because Benson is from Texas and the Democrats want to win Texas? Oh, that would be an awfully cynical reason to choose a running mate. Not uncommon, but cynical. Or is it because Dukakis didn't want to share the ticket with anyone more exciting than he and was having a tough time finding anyone less? Well, anyhow, the choice is made, so the question is, why do the Democrats have to have a convention next week at all? To nominate? That's already been done. To write a platform? That doesn't need to be done. To get on television? Yeah. As long as TV offers free prime time, it would be a fool to decline. So why does TV still offer free prime time to these things? As a way of covering news? There hasn't been any real news in a political convention for decades. They're parties, a chance for politicians and reporters to see people they haven't talked to for 4 years and remember why. The producer of this broadcast was kind enough to offer to pay my way down to Atlanta next week if I wished to go. For old time's sake, George said. Well, George, thank you. That was nice. But if there is any part of the daily life of a reporter that I would wish to recapture, it surely would not be the mindless cacophony of a political convention. Thousands of news people chasing non-news. Nah, I'm glad I'm not going to be there. Especially not there. Think about it. Should we really be asked to vote for a party that's dumb enough to want to spend a week in the summer in Atlanta? Or in New Orleans, for that matter? Oh, I'd much rather cast my vote for a party that was sensible enough to have a summertime convention in Seattle, or Jackson Hole, Wyoming, or Mackinac Island, Michigan, or Maine. Oh, no. No, please don't. Oh, yeah, we're coming to Maine next year, Jack. Okay, we'll see you next weekend, though. When we come back, Paula McClure on new produce and Kerry Millerick on new roller coasters.
Introducing Lee Press-On Nails, the French manicure. Beautiful, affordable, easy to apply as regularly press-on nails, and with 4 extra nails, 24 in all for a perfectly beautiful fit. Lee Press-On Nails, the French manicure.
Miss Lee, press-on nails for teens.
Miss Lee Press-On Nails for smaller hands. Easy to put on as regularly press-on nails with 4 extra nails, 24 in all for a more perfectly beautiful fit.
Fun at your fingertips. Miss Lee, press-on nails. Bikini Bear, go for it. Get some skin to show for it.
For lovely legs and underarms, Bikini Bear Lotion Depilatory, pleasantly scented in use, and with our unique applicator remover for quicker, more thorough hair removal.
Bikini Bear.
Introducing Lee Sculptured Nails, long-lasting like salon nails, but affordable because you do them at home. Just glue, brush, shape. If you can polish your nails, you can enjoy Lee Sculptured Nails like nothing you've ever used before.
It's exciting, enjoyable, and enticing, and it's waiting for you. If you have the desire, Murdoch Travel School will provide the rest. Begin your career in the fast-growing industry of world's travel. Enjoy the advantages of working for an airline or travel agency. Murdoch Travel School provides highly qualified teachers and hands-on experience, all on a warm, exotic paradise island. The cost is only $3,995 with financing available. You can attend any travel school, but Murdoch Travel School in Honolulu can open the door to the career you want that will make a difference in your life. Think about it. You can be one of up to 95% of Murdoch Travel School graduates receiving job offers. Invest in your future and a growing career with one of the leaders in travel education. It's your choice. The call is free.
Call 1-800-453-9500 to begin your travel career. $3,995 includes round-trip airfare from Los Angeles to Honolulu, Waikiki condo for 5 weeks, plus all training and materials and more. Call now, 1-800-453-9500.
This is the bed race from Roswell, New Mexico's annual Main Street Fiesta Days. You'd think a bed race would be more relaxing as a sport, but it's not. The Fiesta Days are next weekend. Bob, do you think bed racing will ever make it to the Olympics?
Yeah, right. A demonstration sport, possibly, yeah. Speaking of demonstrations, I got one on a very worthwhile weekend fixer-upper project. Take a look at regrouting tile.
This is a grout cleaning tool. People use screwdrivers, just about anything with a little bit of tooth and bite to it. You don't want to have such a strong edge that will crack the ceramic tile, but a tool like this can be had for $1, $1.50. You want to go down about 1/8 of an inch. You want to be able to go down deep enough so the new grout that you put in there will actually be in there, not just sitting on the surface. We're going to go on to the next step, which is to take the grout and the additive, mix these two together to just about the consistency of pancake batter.
Okay, I thought you added water to this stuff.
Some people add water. It does not work as well as the latex additive. The grout tends to break down more quickly, and frankly, the manufacturer will not stand behind their warranties when you do use water. So what we're going to do is, after you've mixed it up, we're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. What that does is it allows all of the dry powder and the moisture to mix together. Now, the next thing we're going to do, you've waited your 10 minutes. You can put it on with your hands, or you can use your float to start pushing it around.
Oh, is that what that's for?
Yeah. Okay. This is a rubber float, and what you're going to do is you're going to push it on the diagonal. That way you actually leave some grout in the joints. People tend to kind of go like this, and then they end up pulling the grout out of the joint. So the diagonal, and you go first one way, and then the other. Okay. Did you make good mud pies when you were a kid?
Mud pies? Yes. As a matter of fact, I opened up a little shop.
Mud Pie Bob?
Yeah, mud pies are us. Through the magic of video, 15 minutes have passed, and this stuff has set, apparently. I've had a chance to clean off my gloves, and now we just daub at this? And
no, you don't want to dab at that. What you want to do is you want to put a firm grip on your sponge here, okay? And you want to actually clean up the tiles. You're not trying to take the grout out of the tile. You're trying to take the grout off the surface of the tile. Now that you've finished washing it with a sponge, the next thing I want you to do is to take this rag, and I want you to wipe this film, which you left on here. See this film?
That's my fault.
That's your film. Okay. I want you to rub that off.
It's surprisingly easy. It does take a little elbow grease, but, I mean, when you look at the finished product, it's worth it.
Well, it looks like a brand new countertop. I mean, just comparing the old and the new, you think, well, this is brand new tile, and it isn't.
Wow, that looks great, and you made it look so easy, too.
It's not that tough, and like I say, it turns, it's like buying all new tile.
Yeah.
And it's very, very simple. I have done all the tile in my house already.
All the tile in his house. Well,
yeah, right.
then you've run out of tiles. I got more at my house, so you can,
Right after the show, you bet. Yeah. First off, though, we've got some business to attend to. It's time for our consumer reporter, Paula McClure. She's going to take us shopping today, right?
You're right, Bob. So how did you like the canary? What did you think?
The canary, it's not bad. It just tastes like regular honeydew melon to me.
Well, a lot of the melons are, but I'm going to show you some other ones.
Okay.
Well, we're going to the supermarket where produce shopping is no longer a simple matter of choosing between apples and oranges.
These days, spread out for your perusal is a dazzling array of unique and unusual fruits and vegetables, from tomatillos to Santa Claus melons. For many, it would take a degree or at least a dictionary to make it to the checkout line. Lucky for me, I brought along produce director Vince Vicola, and he really knows his fruits and vegetables. Vince, thanks for coming with me.
Yes, Paula, it does get pretty confusing now with all the different varieties, fruits and vegetables.
Oh, it sure does. Where do we start?
Oh, we can start right here with this one particular lettuce. It's called radicchio lettuce, and it's imported from Italy. It's a little bitter, so you just use a little bit of this into your other variety lettuces.
So that'll make a nice new salad, I would imagine.
Yes, it sure will.
Oh, that's nice. Well, okay, corn. Vince, you didn't grow this long enough, right?
Paula, it's grown just this way. One good thing about it, it's edible. The whole corn is edible. Also, we have these baby carrots. And we didn't pick these too early. This is the way they grow.
Now, how would you prepare these from other carrots?
The only difference is that you don't have to peel these, Paula. They're very sweet and very snackable.
Well, Vince, a lot of people wonder, is a tomato a fruit or vegetable?
Paula, I'm here to tell you that a tomato is a fruit. Okay. One unique tomato that we have is called a tomatillo. It's green and it has a skin on it that you peel off. It's a little sticky. What you can use this for is put it in green chili.
Does it taste like a normal tomato?
Paula, it does. You can ripen them up and slice them and put them in a salad for something that's really different. Another unique item that we have, it's called a cinco pear. It's imported from Asia. It's a mix between an apple and a pear. Taste is very sweet and crunchy.
Well, Bob and Dell, I brought you two to try, okay? This is a jicama. Which
I know
is great.
jicama.
You know jicama.
I love it.
Great in
Love it.
salads.
It's like
You
an
can even
apple.
use it to munch on without salad dressing. It's wonderful. This is a Santa Claus melon.
You want to try?
Ho, 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 ho. It's Christmas time, but it's okay. And I want you to see what you think. What do you think? It's a little bit like honeydew, a little bit.
Really? Is it like the canary?
Similar. It's not as sweet, I think, as the canary.
It's nice of you to bring us breakfast.
Well, you know, I thought since I can't cook breakfast for everyone, I thought
You too. All right. Well, while we dig in at this, let's take a look at some activities in your area. Good morning. I'm Wendy Lubavitch with some activities going on in the Twin Cities this weekend. This morning, it's the big Aquatennial Grand Day Parade starting at 11 a.m. in downtown Minneapolis. And the Aquatennial Milk Carton Boat Races are taking place this morning from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's at Lake Nokomis. And Box Boats in Broadway tomorrow, a celebration of music and water in Wayzata. Those are some of the entertainment ideas this weekend. More great weekend next.
The next time you're in downtown Minneapolis, try stopping off at this warehouse. It's the Litton Paper Company, and you've never seen anything like it. You see, Litton Paper is the largest party store in the world. Come discover aisles and aisles of paper and party supplies to choose from, with everything at discount prices.
It's Litton Paper's annual garage sale. You'll find incredible bargains on everything. It's the sale of the summer.
So for all your party supplies, remember the name, Litton Paper.
Comfort's coming. Train announces a revolution in comfort. The XL 1200 air conditioner. It comes with the comfort of up to 50% greater energy efficiency. The comfort of an exclusive 10-year warranty. The comfort of a specially trained serviceman who knows it well. The XL 1200 air conditioner. Get comfortable with it. Comfort's coming from Train. Train air conditioning. 50 million people take comfort in it.
I'm so happy today.
What you need from a radio station changes depending on when it is, where you're headed, or what you're doing. And through the different times of your day, and the different places you have to stay, there's one radio station to turn to every step of the way. KS95 FM, the #1 music station under the sun, is 95 and sunny all day long. Bold.
It became a macabre.
Daring.
It was the first such rescue in the
Thought-provoking.
Those things can't be brought back. They can't be bought.
Fresh.
In this corner, the challenger.
Informative.
Trapped in an abandoned well.
Topical.
Describes himself as a freed slave.
Provocative.
You want to get naked, get naked.
Uncompromising.
We found her body at 4:45 in the morning.
When the smoke finally clears, you'll get the whole story on A Current Affair.
Remember the song, Fools Rush In Where Wise Men Never Go? Well, Terry Miller is always rushing in and doing things that sensible grown-ups would never do. Okay,
That's me.
Terry, what have you done now?
Well, I went to an amusement park, actually, to Magic Mountain, which is just outside of Los Angeles. And, you know, parks nationwide are drawing 20% more people this year than last, and we wanted to know why.
Why is it?
Glad you asked that question.
Thank you. I'm here to ask.
I think it's because people want to be scared, but at the same time, they want to know they're safe.
They say that riding a roller coaster is about 100 times as safe as riding a bicycle. They also say that almost no one ever gets sick. But just in case, I have my handy seasickness patch right behind my ear. They also say, whoever they are, first-timers should go with an experienced friend.
So I picked Frank Gordon, founder of America's first coaster enthusiast club. Our idle banter as we went up our first hill masked the terror that lurked ahead.
Are you ready? I guess I'm as ready as I'll ever get. That must be pretty ready then. I love it. Maybe I better, you may want to secure your hat, Big Dad. Secure the hat, yeah. Secure the...
But then my heart plummeted at the sight of what lay ahead.
Oh, look. Oh, little hill. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, whoa. How was that? Here's another one.
Frank was really helpful. He gave me all kinds of neat ideas on how to make the ride even more fun.
So you may want to try putting your hand up. Put your hand up. Yeah, you put your hands up and it kind of makes you enjoy the ride just a little bit. Okay. About now is probably... Oh, yeah! Oh! Make it more enjoyable. Yeah, putting the old hand up.
And at the end, I have to admit, I had some thoughts of making this first ride my last.
May I ask what you're doing? I'm looking for the emergency exit card in the seat pocket ahead of me.
Despite some difficulty I had making the ground stop moving, Frank and I rode on, catching all the hot ones, like the Ninja, where you have new worries, like, where's the track? And am I going to hit that tree or this pillar?
I want my money!
If you want to sample lots of rides and you don't have a camera crew with you, you'll want to go early to beat the crowd. Kids, by the way, have to measure up to the height requirement.
Aha, you're tall enough.
Yes.
Have you always been tall enough?
Yes.
Must have been painful on your mother.
Yes.
There are nearly 250 million visitors to American amusement parks each year. I guess that means some even have to go twice. Why?
Because my stomach feels funny. It feels like it's just coming to my mouth, you know.
And that's why you ride them?
That's right. No,
couldn't you just eat some bad food?
No, it's different. It's a different kind of bad feeling.
This is the infamous loop. The loop. This is the loop. The loop coming up. I can see it up ahead. It's coming up, yes. And we're going to go 360 up and through it. Yeah! Woo! How did you like that loop? Wasn't that something else? So glad I didn't have that extra corn dog.
But I survived the loop, and even the corn dog. You might say I had gained a new feeling of confidence.
Patches? We don't need no stinking patches.
I got a little queasy just watching that. Did you get sick at all?
I didn't, actually. I'm not sure if it was because of the patch, which I never even heard of anybody using for a roller coaster, but I just thought, what the heck, what harm could it do? Yeah. So I tried that. Also, I think they told me, eat a light meal before you go on one. So I ate a potato chip.
Dog.
Yeah.
Oh.
Potato chip.
I had a potato chip about 5 hours ahead of time. I was going to play it safe.
What about the lines? I mean, you get those things, everybody wants to go on them.
The lines are, especially during the summer, can be really long. I think if you're going to go, rather than get all upset, just prepare yourself for the fact that you might have to wait an hour or more for a 3-minute ride. So take somebody you like to talk to for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Or you can do what we did, which is bring a camera crew and a sound technician with you.
Yeah.
Because we popped right to the front of every line, sat in the front seat. It works every time.
Tell me how that works that way.
Yeah, I've gone on those things, every ride at Magic Mountain, and I love them, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm just queasy. On that one that loops,
yeah.
I would have thrown up, but I didn't know which way was up, so I didn't.
I had to go on that 5 times in order to get all the shots they needed. So
that's a day at the park, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrific.
Have you been on the Ninja?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, that's a completely different feeling because it's not like riding, it's more like flying because you're just hanging on that thing as you go around the corner. It's,
I like that.
Yeah. Now, next week, you and I are going to be working together, aren't we?
Yes. Next week, Bob and I are going to do play-by-play and color commentary for a major sporting event. A kids' miniature golf tournament. Bob told me Howard Cosell and Roy Firestone got their start this way. Who knows, it could launch a whole new career for me.
How did I ever get involved in this thing? I don't know.
Big time.
No problem, Bob. Next week, you and me.
That is the worst Cosell impression I've ever heard.
It was not a Cosell impression. It was Firestone doing Cosell.
I see. Okay, well, that would explain it. Okay, I think Firestone has some grounds for some sort of lawsuit here in the future. Stay with us when we come back. A final check from the news desk and an update on the weekend weather.
Who are these guys?
Master the art of gift giving. Let the experts at Pedro Luggage of St. Paul show you how easy it is to give memorable graduation gifts. Extend your congratulations with luggage, totes, business cases, and accessories from Pedro. Your graduate will often thank you for the durability and quality craftsmanship of your special gift. Or how about a gift certificate from Pedro of St. Paul, your factory outlet store, at 10th and Robert off the 10th Street exit on I-94 or 35 East.
Hi, Scott Anson from Metro Mazda. Mark, what's this $1,000 guarantee thing?
Well, Scott, let me tell you about our $1,000 guarantee. Metro Mazda will beat your best Mazda deal by $200 or pay you $1,000, guaranteed. This is truly a legitimate offer.
Do you believe them? Metro Mazda, across from Wars on the Midway, 645-0441.
A little bored? Put a little excitement into your summer. How about some fresh air, fun, exercise? How about 2 days behind bars? Bike it this summer. Track it from St. Paul to Winona and track it back. Support vehicles, trek leaders, camping area, Amtrak, and meals are all provided. Spend 2 days behind bars on the American Lung Association of Minnesota's Trek and Track. For more information, call 1-800-642-LUNG.
This is a high-powered Doppler radar system, the kind you will only find at KSTP. And this is a severe thunderstorm wind that only KSTP's exclusive Doppler radar can detect. KSTP's Doppler radar is the only Twin Cities radar with the ability to see wind. So only KSTP Eyewitness Weather can see severe weather early and can get the severe weather forecast to you fast and first. Exclusive Doppler radar makes KSTP Minnesota's Weather Channel.
We'd love to hear from you, so why not drop us a card or a letter to Great Weekend, Post Office Box 36679, Los Angeles, California, 90036-0679.
Well, it's time for a final look at the weather forecast with Dave Dahl. Hello again, Dave.
Hi there, Dale. You know that stream that you were in earlier in the week? It might be tough to stay out of a stream like that. You're going to have to stay cool across a large part of the country because it's going to be hot and steamy. They had 24 record highs yesterday, all the way from the middle part of the Mississippi Valley right into the southeast, with 100s topped in many locations. And it will be, again, a hot situation south of the jet stream. It's a bumpy ride, almost a roller coaster ride across the northern U.S., and that's where most of the storminess will be occurring. There are a couple little dips in the atmosphere, and one of them is going to occur across the central Dakotas. That'll touch off some very heavy thunderstorms across the central Dakotas. The other main focus for severe weather later on today and tomorrow will be right through the central Great Lakes, as they're going to have some storminess from there stretching all the way down through Missouri. They could have some severe thunderstorms, tornadoes again, as they saw last night in Omaha and Council Bluffs, with 92-mile-per-hour wind gusts around the Omaha area, causing considerable damage there. But the main story is going to be the heat and the humidity. When you mix the humidity with the heat, with temperatures in the 90s and 100s, you have an apparent temperature, what it feels like, of something in the 115 to 120 degree range. That'll be common across most of the middle part of the U.S. Now, let's take a look at that Sunday outlook. This is what we're going to be seeing across most of the central U.S. Scattered thunderstorms. As we said, they could be a little bit bumpy again. Even on Sunday, some scattered thunderstorms as well down in the southeast. Very humid, very sticky, all the way down to North Florida. Expect a high temperature around Orlando at about 95 and very humid again on Sunday, with those scattered thunderstorms all the way up to New York City, with a little bit of thunder in there again on Sunday, with highs up there right around the 90-degree mark. It will stay in the 90s and 100s all the way through the central U.S. Sunny. If you want to take a vacation this weekend, looks like the western third of the U.S. will be the best spot to be, with sunshine, not much of a threat of any rainfall out there from California in through Nevada. Well, that's a look at the national weather. How about the weather in your area?
Good morning. This is meteorologist Bill Ranby. A cold front pushed down through overnight, and it's going to be a whole lot more comfortable today than it was yesterday. Right now, it's partly cloudy and 77 degrees. Look for high temperatures to be close to 90 later.
Well, Dale, the thing that you'll have to do is try to find a way to stay cool this weekend, but have a great weekend.
Okay, thanks, Dave. It's nice to have you with us. Boy, there's a lot of interesting weather happening these days. Now, let's go one last time to the news desk with Stan Turner. Stan?
All right, Dale, thank you very much. Hello again. Taking a look at the events that will shape the news in the week to come. As we've told you, of course, come Monday, the Democratic National Convention opens in Atlanta. And also on that day, the independent prosecutor will release his final report on Edwin Meese. Meese, who read advance copies of that report, resigned as Attorney General 11 days ago. Tuesday, the Federal Task Force on the Drought will begin a fact-finding tour. That fact-finding tour will visit 10 states that have been hit hardest by the drought. And on Friday, Muslims begin their annual pilgrimage to Mecca. And there you have it. This has been a look at some of the news for the week ahead. Dale, back to you.
Thank you, Stan. Next week, Bob takes us all water skiing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
That's going to be fun, but you're just going to have to wait. Sorry about that. Also next week, plant expert Cheryl Hopkins tells us everything we wanted to know about garden fertilizer, but we're afraid to ask. He's kind of the Dr. David Rubin of mulch, so stick around. He's great. Yeah.
Also, Jack Perkins joins us with a commentary, and Dr. Michael Breen with a roundup of the medical news you can use.
That's it for this weekend, everybody. Glad you joined us. We'll see you next Saturday.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Through the years, we traveled the road together, sharing along the way, the laughter and the tears. Through the years, one of the family. Through the years, you welcomed us like one of the family. Watching the news, of different views, we care about what you see. Sharing the pride, looking out for one another. You're taking the time for the hopes and all the fears. Through the years, we traveled the world together, sharing along the way, like one of the family. Through the years.
Don't miss your bus. There's a better way. Now, from home or office, using any touch-tone phone, just dial CityLine 645-6060 and enter the category RIDE to find out the very next time to catch your bus. No busy signals, no hassles, just quick and easy access to MTC bus information now from CityLine. The call is free, so call 645-6060, enter RIDE, and get on schedule today with CityLine.
Men and women strippers, tomorrow morning at 9 on Channel 5.
ERA Real Estate Showcase, another exclusive service to Minneapolis-St. Paul area home buyers, brought to you by your ERA Realtors.
Good morning and welcome once again to the ERA Real Estate Showcase. I'm Bonnie Montgomery, your host and tour guide, representing the 22 Twin Cities area ERA offices. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to watch for ERA's Real Estate Showcase every week from 10 to 10:30 right here on KSTP Channel 5. We'll take you on a full color half-hour tour of over 60 homes, condominiums, lots, new constructions, and resort properties for sale in and around the Twin Cities and northern Minnesota. Your Twin Cities ERA brokers are doing their part to make the buying or selling of your home the exciting and wonderful time it should be. Now, this is how our program works. The properties featured on today's program are representative of the majority of the communities in the metropolitan area. See, this enables our viewers the opportunity to select the area, the ERA office, the agent, and the home
that they would like to visit or get more information about. Now, as you're watching this morning's program, you'll see some important information on your TV screen, including a home number, phone number, price, and listing agent's name. So keep a pen and paper handy, and then when you see a home you'd like to tour, just write down the home number, phone number, and listing agent. Then call for a tour. Keep in mind, this is just a sampling of what your Minneapolis-St. Paul ERA offices have to offer. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for on today's show, just give your local ERA office a call. They'll be more than happy to help. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy our first tour of the morning.
You'll breeze through the days with the comfort and convenience of this 3-bedroom Rambler located in East Bethel. You'll have a handy garage, a delightful and cozy hot tub, and oak woodwork for warm decor. An ERA home protection plan is included too. Jan Petrowski will show you this lovely home.
Kurt Retmer of ERA MB Hagen Realty can show you this fine 3-bedroom traditional Rambler located in Hopkins. There's a finished basement, a fireplace, garage, and a cute eat-in kitchen. The living and dining room are very comfortable, perfect for entertaining guests. An ERA protection plan is included. Call Kurt Retmer for more.
This incredible 3-bedroom, 2-bath Rambler located in the Prairie Meadows subdivision of Andover is simply immaculate. There are built-in window seats, a Georgian master bedroom suite, and the home has an open floor plan. There's a new roof, an eat-in kitchen, and an updated bath. The fireplace is cozy, too. Call Donna Lettinen today for a tour.
Tall trees and immaculate lawns provide the ideal setting for this 3-bedroom, 3-bath contemporary Rambler located in the South Ridge subdivision of Mendota Heights. The great room is vaulted and absolutely huge. The eat-in kitchen has plenty of cabinet space. There's a security system, sprinkler system, and a skylight. What a tremendous offer. Call David Douglas.
Visit the open house from 1 to 3 tomorrow at 7809 Knoll Drive in Lino Lakes and see the dramatic 3-bedroom contemporary multi-level. The family room is great, and there's a fireplace. The dining room is very formal, and you'll have a deck to sun and barbecue on. This home is a must-see. Call Terry or Rita Bisbee for all the details.
You're cordially invited to attend the open house at 5741 24th Avenue South in the Nokomis South Parkway subdivision of Minneapolis. This 2-bedroom traditional bungalow offers a 2.5-car garage, a finished basement, and the home is in mint condition. The open house is from 2 to 4 tomorrow.